Hello and welcome back to another exciting adventure in the SkyZone Let's Play. One of the things I plan on doing today, I've been vacillating back and forth about what we could be working on right now. But today I think it's time for us to start building a mob grinder. There are so many of these around. You just do a search through the YouTube videos and you can find almost any kind that you might want to even remotely consider. Um, to be honest, I'm not even sure who created this particular design that I plan on using right now. I I I, I saw several variations of this, but this is what I'm planning on building today is a pistonless um, it has yeah, it's pistonless and waterless. There's no water, no no other things that you need to put into it in order to get it to work, other than just simply I I probably ought to go back and get another pickaxe just in case. Anyways, this has no pistons and no water. It just simply is a fall trap. Um, Basically a big dark room. Oh, I didn't. I'm out of sticks. I'll have to do that. I just want to have at least one more pickaxe before we go off here because I tend to make a few mistakes along the way. Anyways, so no pistons, no water. Those are things that you commonly see, and I'm actually planning on designing this particular mob trap, and this is for hostile mobs. I'm I plan on making this as something that we can also use to spawn Endermen. So this is going to have both Endermen and uh, zombies and skeletons and creepers. I can get fancy and we can try to get something which does a formal mob sorting. I've seen those. There's a whole bunch of different techniques. Uh, right now, we're kind of at the stage we need to have some materials. And so I'm not really going to be so worried about that. We just need to get some basic supplies. Primarily, I'm looking at some bone meal, uh, maybe some zombie flesh, and if we're lucky, we might get a couple pieces of iron and some other rare things, possibly a couple bows that are going to spawn from this. So, anyways, one of the things that I plan on doing right now is I want to build quite a distance away from my main base. One thing there's the jungle tree over there that I want to have spawning some ocelots. And this is kind of an experiment. I'm not even really sure if this is going to work. I'm hoping that if we build this far enough out, and supposedly the distance is about 100 somewhere between 100 and 150 blocks away is what you need before it so that if you're standing there, well, basically that makes it so that there's zero impact from this spawner and any other activities that we may be doing. Also, I'm hoping that this is going to keep the lag down in the rest of the area too, so that's why I'm also going a pretty far distance out. I know some people like to have a really compact design. Like I said, I don't mind building big. So anyways, if we check our distance position here, I am traveling along the x-axis, and I'm going to build. Let me see. This happens to be right here where we grabbed the sander in the last episode. That's roughly even with the jungle tree over there. And since we want to expand that out, and I don't want to have this interfering with a spawn attempt over there, I'm going to build out to approximately to where X is 180. And I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, we're back. If you look at my little chart there, we're at about X minus 200. In other words, about 200 meters to the south. In fact, we're far enough away, we really can't see. I guess you can see the little shadow of the spawner or the dungeon. But otherwise, we're quite a ways away from the rest of the base, which is fine. So what I want to do here is I want to expand this out just a little bit more. And then in this area where we're at, we're going to. I'm basically going to be building the base of this. If you want to compare the design, basically it's going to be an inverted pyramid. So, in fact, where that one last torch was is going to be kind of the center point. So we're going to. I like to have a little bit of room on this one. You'll see why. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of room, but I like to be able to step back a little bit and get my bearings, because every once in a while I've had creepers blow up on me. In fact, when we get around to being able to make some obsidian, 3, 4, 5, we're going to be installing obsidian on this, but right now we don't happen to have any. Anyways, I'll be back as soon as I finish making off basically a little square area with a little bit of a rail around here. Okay, we're back. I expanded this out so it's roughly a 15 by 15 platform. That just gives me a little space to work with. And what we need to do now is we need to put in the basic platform itself. And this may look a little off-center, but I don't care. I'm not really going for total artistic merit. But what we got here, we got a 2x2 platform that I'm going to be working from. And what? I forgot something really critical. Because we need to get some way to get up and down, but what I intend to do here, this is going to be our kill floor. And mobs are going to come down. I'm going to flood this right now, just temporarily, with torches and light, because we're not quite ready for mobs to come down yet. But I'm going to build a tower, basically an inverted pyramid, that's going to be funneling down mobs that are going to be landing right here, and then I'm going to be taking the sword and going chop, 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 chop to take them out. Anyways, I need to go get some wood and stuff. Here. Nah, I better not. I'm going to choose a side to put a ladder on, and I think I'm going to put it right there so that I can get up and down. And I've found through sad experience that with any kind of mob grinder, there always is some kind of maintenance. Some way you want to tweak it afterwards. So I want to make a nice and safe way to go up and down while I'm building this. Anyways, I'll be right back with some wooden ladders. Okay, I'm back again. We got a bunch of wood that I plan on using for several things, and I also grabbed a chest. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a workbench and a chest for doing some stuff, and probably save a little bit of this in here just in case. We're definitely going to be needing some more torches, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the charcoal from back of the main base. Throw some of these torches in for now. And then we need to make a bunch of ladders. So I'm going to make a stack of wood. And with the wood, we're going to make some sticks, and the sticks we need to turn into ladders. Ladders, I don't know if you're familiar with this, is just simply an H that should be plenty for now. I'm going to take the sticks and the logs for now and put them back in. So that gives us a way to get up and down safely. As we're building this. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to keep going up just a little ways. Most people, when they're building a mob trap like this, they'll try to build this section of the tower tall enough to hurt the mobs doing all but one hit, basically a half-hearted damage left on them. Since I'm going to be mixing in Endermen with this, which have a different amount of hit points, and there's a lot of people who build these that don't want to do it with Endermen. I'm doing Enderman because I want the Ender Pearls. That's going to be kind of a feature of this too. Oh, I got to be careful there. Let's see if I can find where I put that. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I need to be careful there too, but so I'm building this right here. I found in the past I don't do very good with ladders that are just kind of freestanding. Some players don't mind. I'm doing this mainly to help myself out. I probably need to be a little more careful with it. So anyways, what I'm doing here is I'm mainly setting this up so that it'll act as a light barrier rather than anything else, which means I need to make this about 8 tall, and that isn't too bad. So let me go through and count this real quick. Probably be easier for me to do it down below. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5, 6. Need to go two more rows up. So this is the basic drop tower area. So I actually need to do something here and drop this down too. I'll show you why here in a bit. We're still going to have this ladder come up. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to provide this is basically for access to the higher levels up. Oh, I screwed up there. I need to go one more level down. I'll show you why. Okay, 1, 2. So we need to take that one off because we're going to start expanding this out. So this lip right here is going to be the actual place where the mobs are going to start spawning. And actually I need to go back down to go do some more crafting. But this is the basic area. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. You can expand this out 2 or 1. I'm going to go ahead and just have it expand out 1 here, because that will serve our purpose for what we're doing right now. So what we need to do here, this is just so we can safely get up and down and service this, and be able to go up and down as we're here. Let's see if we got this right. We don't need that. Well, yeah, we do. So what we need to do is over here, this is where we're going to put another ladder. This is going to allow us to get around. And I'm going to provide a little window there. And I'm going to clean that up in a little bit, but this is the basic pattern that we're going to be taking. And this allows us to get in and out. Now, one other part that makes this particular system work is we got our choice. We could either use signs or we can use the waffle cones. In other words, trap doors. I'm going to just do that, the trap doors, which actually use they actually use less wood. So let's see. I just want to create a bunch here to start with. Okay, we're fine. That'll be enough to at least get a couple layers going. That allows us to get safely around, and then with the waffle cones, let's make sure I'm doing this right. I actually like the new snapshot of Minecraft where, anyways, what'll happen is the mobs will spawn here and they'll kind of wander around, and for some reason the signs or trapdoors trick the mobs into thinking, oh no, we're gonna this is kind of a cool place to go, and so they go in, hang out here for a little bit. This is temporary while I'm building this, throwing in some torches. They'll come in here and drop down, take a bunch of damage, but it's not nearly as bad as you think. Like I said, all I'm trying to do here is basically make it so that it'll be dark up in that little chamber up above. So I'm not necessarily trying to go for a kill. It'll turn out that many of the mobs will be just one hit away anyways. So now we just got to keep going up. And like I said, because I'm going for Enderman here, we're going to stack this up 3 high. Before we start on to the next tier. And I guess that means go up 4. So keep in mind, zombies and skeletons, they require 2 blocks high in order to spawn. Endermen require a third. And then we're going to put kind of a ceiling on here of sorts. You'll see how that works here in just a bit. Because now I'm going to start the next layer here. Like we did on the previous level, we're going to go out 1. On all sides. And like all mob grinders, it takes a whole bunch of resources. Whoops. I did not want that. That's okay. That's why we got pickaxes. Okay. So, now that I got these blocks placed here, we'll try to clean it out. But there's one other thing that's going to be different here. See where those 4 blocks are there? I'm going to cover them up. So there we go. And like I did on the other part, we're going to put in the little waffle cone trap doors. So let me try to finish this off here. So the nice thing about having the waffle cones down like this is you also don't, if you fall, you only fall so far. Like that. Yeah, take a half-hearted damage, no big deal. So anyways, oops. So what we need to do now here is again build another ladder system to get up and down. So that way we can gain access to this little mob spawning area. Ah. There we go. So that's where we're at. Oh, and this actually needs to be like that. Well, I'll deal with that. That's actually going to be for the next layer up still further. That way we can take a peek out and see what's going on. Ideally, this is actually the spot we need to have mined out. Anyways, I'm putting in these doorways just for general access into each of these areas. That's for maintenance. If there's one level I want to get to, I can get to it quickly and safely because I am in survival mode. Now, it's one thing to build these things in creative mode, but in survival mode, you have to get up and down. So anyways, there we go. And where's my torches? There they are. This episode is getting kind of long. I probably will make this, into a second part. Although this is going to be pretty boring from this point on because it's basically more and more of the same. Until then, like I said, that's just for my safety's sake. Throw a torch on the wall here, and let's punch a wall out so we can see some sunsets at least, or something to remind us there is more than just a little cave. And close that off. And we got us the beginning of a mob grinder here. So until next time, ciao.